Hi, welcome. I'm Priscilla Batzell. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery's demonstrations and tutorials. Let's have some fun. 14 by 14 inch canvas and some Anita's white metallic, which I'm interested in putting all of. See that paint chip? Excuse me. Which I have an interest in putting across the center and the sky and maybe below the horizon also. I think that's more than enough paint. I got distracted. See how far it'll spread. I know I want it up all the way up to the sky. I don't mind if it's thin. I'm going to add some other colors. I don't mind if it goes down into the bottom either. But at a certain point in time I have to start. And I think I'm going to start with some yellow in the center for whatever reason, because I keep seeing yellow horizons. I want all the paint off my spatula before I start doing that, or most of it. Now what have I got? I've got Tuscan Sun, which sounds like it was a good idea to shake. That's looking really dark. I might want to add what I call Tangerine, which is sour lemon with some, it used to have orange crush in it. Now it has holly berry or dancing fuchsia, purely pigments. That's making me want some pink carnation. Now that's a nice start. And the less I do to that, the happier I'm going to be, I think. I'm going to knock off whatever I've got to knock off on either side. If this took no time at all and was really simple, that would be great. And I don't think it matters which way up or down things are right now. I kind of want some pink carnation in there, but I think I'm going to resist. I've got a bunch of blue choices, but what I'm going to try is use up some of my Periwinkle Vivid Intense Fluorescent. If I can get some more out, it would be really cool. Well, I'm not getting any more out. Maybe there's a marble in the tip. I do use a marble in my bottles to keep things shook. So I'm just going to move along to Whispering Wisteria. Which I mix up, is a purely pigment. I mix it up super strong. And I want to use that with some blue, which I kind of expected to take over. And I've got choices. I've got a Whispering Wind, which looks like it's going to mix in pretty well. And I've got Oriental Blue. Which I'm not sure how much of any of these I want to use. Now my spatula is somewhat clean of color, which is probably a good thing. I'm going to handle it by its neck. I kind of want to move some of that paint right down over the edge right now. I don't usually do that, but for some reason I want to right now. I'm going to wipe off my spatula that I laid it across. Up at the top. Now I'm going to mix it up because I can. Because those stripes are too strong for me. And I want some of that color over here. And I want to use I know I have some dripping down over the top, but I want to hit it at the edge a little bit. I have a pair of tweezers. I kind of like what I've got. A lot of times I won't bother with the edges until later, but if I've got paint like I do right now, I might as well use it. Now the question is, do I want to do anything else to that? The answer is I really don't know. I don't want to pull off too much paint, and I just did. Pulled some right off. If I go back in again, I could definitely pull off too much paint, but it might be worth the risk. Could make some blue clouds. As long as I still have a white stripe when I'm done between the yellow and the blue, I'll probably be happy. If I go down, and the Unitas is nice and loose and fluid, which means I can go down and then I can go back up. I'm pretty sure you could mix your own version of Unitas, which is not sold anymore, just by using any pearlescent white metallic. Now it's time for me to decide that I'm done with that sky, and hope I didn't destroy all the coolest aspects of it. Let me grab my tweezers, grab that UFO 1 and UFO 2, and there's always, if there's a black speck, it's right in the middle, pretty much consistently. There must be some Murphy's Law in that regard. Alright, I've got more paint on my spatula, which is okay with me, because I'll run it right across the top and the sides again. That one spot I pulled something out of shows for me. It probably doesn't show for you. I don't mind adding cloud marks, which is what I think of as the residual from my spatula. I kind of like to have it be uneven at the horizon, or at the bottom of the blue area at least. And you can add texture because the white background will show through. Oh, that was bad. Some more Oriental blue. And then I've got teal. Do I want to use teal? No. I've got cyan aqua, which is much more like what I've got. I've got to open it all the way and hope that it's actually open. I think I'm going to throw, I don't know if I can get any more periwinkle out of here. Not really. Be nice if I could though. Definitely past time to mix some more. I've got Mystique, which is a primary element. And I'm thinking I like the stripes and I like the Unitas, and I like the idea of having some white in my what looks to be an ocean or water. So I'm going to try it. there's every chance I'm going to put some dark blue against the horizon. But in order to do that, I might just put it in my dish and dip my edge of my spatula in. I don't mind that little bit of purple. I wish I could get a little bit more. Alright, so I've got Midnight Shadow, which is going to have to do. And I'm going to leave the paint that's on my spatula. And if this doesn't work, then I'll use a silicone brush. But I used this OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatula for many years. I can usually make adjustments as long as the paint is wet enough. I could still use the silicone brush to go across if I wanted to. Putting a few lumps in there reminds me I kind of want to put some rocks in the water if that'll work. I'm inclined to try out the silicone brush across the horizon. And moving on, seeing how I like it in the water, overlapping. Kind of like it a lot, actually. I'm glad that white was underneath there. I do kind of think I have to go all the way across, because if I stop short, I'm going to have a straight edge at the end. I could probably wobble. Try a wobble. Just to make it more organic. Usually I would complain I'm pulling down to canvas, but in this case I'm pulling down to white paint, which is really part of my plan to have highlights in my water area. And it seems like I'm using the side of the brush. I don't have as much chance of leaving the straight edge marks I was concerned about. I'm really tempted by some green, but what I want to do, what I'm going to do, for whatever reason, is use some Decor Americana 24 karat gold. Some of the, I think this is teal, vivid intense teal with some Payne's gray and golden diamonds mixed into it. And I have to stop thinking in realistic terms and just go ahead and give myself permission to do surreal. That's more Midnight Shadow. And I want a combination. I want some purple in there is what I want. I want it to be dark purple, so the perfect indigo is good. And I still want some green. And that green in this case is going to be my Fandango. we'll see what happens. I'm going to scrape off my spatula. Actually, I'm going to clean it off on my edge. Use up the rest of the paint in my dish. And I'm thinking dancing fuchsia, but I'm not sure why. Maybe I should be doing green or black or white. I'll use some black in a second. Let's see what it looks like first. To use the teal cell activator. Alright. No idea what that is, but I like the cells. And it occurs to me that if I want to put some white caps in here, all I have to do is put some white Anita's white metallic along the edge of my spatula. And this is a simple scape, even though it took me 20 minutes to do. I'm not going to do the black. Even though I think I still could. Okay, so I said use some Anita's white metallic, and I'm going to do that. I might put something along the horizon line that's more like an island. And I think I'm going to do that also. I might do that first. Use the same teal and a little bit of Fandango. Maybe I'll change my mind about the spatula I'm mixing things up with now and just go ahead and use a little rubber brush. Not sure how well that's working, but I've not really done this before. Kind of want some purple in there. I'm going to put some of the Perfect Indigo. Not a lot because they're tiny little islands. Definitely not my most instantly successful endeavor. But I kind of don't mind it with the brush. Let's try it with a skewer. Change things up just a little bit. be careful, the white will come back very, very easily. Obviously volcanic islands. So let's go ahead and grab some of the Anita's White Metallic. It's not hurting my feelings any. It's not doing much for me either. Kind of feel like I might like the spatula better, but I want a clean one. Just easier to use what I'm used to. It looks like I need more. Here's my island colors in my ocean. Because I can. I'm going to add some color to the horizon on top of some Anita's White Metallic. I'm going to use it up above to moisten the paint too. And I'm thinking that if I can find a frosted berry, which there isn't much left of, and get some of it to come down, that might not be a bad thing. If I don't like it, I'll wipe it off. I'm really trepidatious about using the dancing fuchsia, so I'm going to try the Tickled pink instead. Whoa. Okay, whatever was in the tip is no longer in the tip. I'm not going to worry about that. But we might have to make alternative plans. And what I'm going to do is use what I've got. To start this process. I wanted some pink carnation in there too. Right now I just want an even layer. And I want to put it in the ocean so I can swipe through it. So it might not be such a bad thing. That it wound up happening. Still want some pink carnation. That was, is it what you call a happy accident? We'll see, I guess. Let me grab some carnation, pink carnation. And I'm just going to keep doing the same thing. Put it in the ocean. And that's interesting. I had this weird plan in mind to put puddles on and then just drag them across and cover up everything that was there. But I'm not hating what I've got, so hopefully I can get the residuals off my spatula and use them too. And I really wanted some dark color up at the top. I also thought I could probably run my spatula through and expose some colors and create texture in the water. But sort of everything changed when that blob of paint came out of the tip. I'm going to go for a little bit more. And I might be tempted to mix a little bit of yellow in with it. Hopefully it's not mixed. This is Tuscan Sun and it does this all the time. Kind of hoping that's just going to mix. Probably should have used orange instead. Maybe I shouldn't have used anything. There, it's finally mixing. Phew! I'm not sure what to use. I've got a mark that I want to see gone. I'm tempted by the Whispering Wisteria also. I kind of like that, so I'm going to do it. Good colors. Just a really big surprise. I'm slightly tempted to put something at the horizon line. Also tempted by putting a little bit of white metallic in the middle. And I'm still getting Floetrol threads out of my paint. So I'm going to take that. I'm not being very graceful about this tonight. Today, whatever. Oh, that's cool. I got the texture I was looking for. Let's just slide my spatula right across. Hopefully I don't have too many weird colors in there because I'm going to use it right now at the horizon. Or I'm very tempted to put some darker color in there. I'm going to put some color right in my dish. Let's see if I can get away with it. I still want to do something up at the top, which might be the same Whispering Wisteria. Because I really like it. So should I do that? I'm thinking about a little bit of blue flame. If I can get some to come out. I've got perfect indigo. Well, I had it when it was open earlier today. There we go. Drag the Whispering Wisteria back out. And I've got Periwinkle too. Oh, I'm nervous, but I'm not hating what I've got. I think I'm gonna, before I get started up there, I'm gonna start down here. I can still do what I was talking about and expose some of the turquoise in the ocean. Actually, the last thing I did yesterday was put waves in. Alright, let's be brazen. Trying to decide whether to use some Oriental blue or not, and I think I want some. Either that or just some Anitas. Tempted by some black, actually. I could still do the Oriental blue. It depends on how much I've got. Well, I've got plenty, but it's also not very open. Good colors, just the same. I wanted sky drama. I feel like I'm kind of working on it. Maybe I'm getting somewhere. Use my residuals on the top and the sides. The thing about a pre-painted canvas is paint does not stick to it if it's glossy very well. So that's a consideration. Hopefully I'll still have some of this paint available when the video is over. Well, I wanted something surreal, and I like how the landscape portion looks. Not sure I'm as in love with my dots as I was, my lines as I was hoping I would be. So I'm going to try and get rid of it before the paint gets any stick here. Kind of missed the orange in here, but I think if I want to try that, it's going to have to be at some later time. It's time to stop messing around, or I'm going to mess up what I've got that I do like. Try and resolve my issue and hope that I don't mess it up. That kind of worked. Alright, I'm going to call it good. Use a little bit of my paint in spots it needs it. I like that little white streak in the sky. I probably could have had more, but I don't think I care right now. Where's my phone? Yep, I definitely like that a lot more than I liked what I had. And I really, really wanted to make it more surreal. I'm loving those purple clouds by the horizon as well. And I thought I was going to get rid of the islands, but I like them now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the compliments that keep my morale boosted. Thank you for the donations that help keep me painting. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing my videos. I really appreciate you guys being here. If you watch longer or watch some of the commercials or make a comment, those things are all super helpful to me. My creative playlists are on my YouTube channel. And if you go to my YouTube channel banner, you'll find the PayPal icon. Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links on my link tree. My community board will show you tomorrow's videos. If you have questions or you want the paint pouring recipe, ask me questions, it will. The paint pouring recipe is below Show More. When you click Show More, you're going to find my email address. Thank you for everything. Shop my Amazon link, please. You can buy anything you want from there. And my 2 books are there, Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities, volumes 1 and 2. Thank you again for being here. I love you guys dearly. You inspire the heck out of me. Bye for now. Priscilla out.